are so many people choosing Colorado to retire? Well, this video is going to address all of those reasons of why people are making Colorado their new home in their retirement years. Let's get started. Hi there, Christy Lee here, and I am a local real estate agent in the state of Colorado, but more importantly, I am a native. If you're new to my channel, all of my videos are here to help you figure out where to move, where to live, where to retire. If that's something that interests you, please click that subscribe button right there. That way you are notified every time I have a new video. All right, so I have a lot of people reaching out to me from other states outside of Colorado because they are really wanting to move to Colorado once they retire. And it got me thinking, most people move to like places that are warm, when people are retiring, it's usually like Florida or Arizona or something like that. So why Colorado? Why are people moving here? Well, honestly, I've talked to a lot of you, and it turns out Colorado's obviously pretty awesome. I mean, we have 300 days of sunshine. So that actually is a huge reason why people are coming here. We're always sunny. It's, even though it does snow, it doesn't stay. So if you're coming from maybe the Midwest where it's just dreary and cold all winter long, you're actually not going to have that here in Colorado. So that is going to be a big factor of why people are moving to this area. Another huge reason, which I can't blame you, obviously I can't blame you, but it is gorgeous here. We have the mountains. So for all of you who want to retire and spend your retirement days outside with nature, going fly fishing, hiking, boating, whatever it might be, Colorado offers that kind of lifestyle all year long. I mean, honestly, you could go up to the mountains and go skiing and then come down and go golfing, honestly, all in the same day. And that's why a lot of retirees are moving to this area because it's full of outdoor activities that maybe you just might not get in the current area that you're in right now. What I will say though is when it comes to our weather, while we do have 300 days of sunshine, it is so dry. So for a lot of people, that's going to be an issue because your skin is super dry. Your eyes and your mouth or your lips, they are really dry. And actually, it is really hard for some people's sinuses to be in this area because it is so dry. Another factor I want you to be paying attention to, especially if you're in the retirement age, a lot of people actually find it to be harder to breathe in Colorado because we are at such a high altitude that it is much harder to breathe. So there's, lack of oxygen, things like that. So if you are already kind of suffering for something, with those ailments of some sort, maybe Colorado's not going to be a good fit for you simply for those reasons. Just because we are so much higher in altitude, it is so dry, we don't have the moisture that you might be used to. So it actually might be more of a bothersome than a good thing. So there are a lot of amazing places that people are choosing to retire in Colorado. All up and down, honestly, the I-25 corridor, up into the mountains. I mean, you name it, it's most likely you're going to find some awesome community or establishment meant for retirees. However, majority of, maybe even those 55 and older communities, you are really going to see a lot of those, say in Fort Collins, Loveland, down in Colorado Springs. There's a big, areas down there too. So if that's something that you're kind of wanting to vibe in, the 55 and older communities, those are the areas that I would really focus on. I know there's definitely a few of them in the Denver metro area too. So if you want to be more closer to Denver, there are definitely a few there too. But most people are going to be going up to Fort Collins. Cool thing about Fort Collins is that one, it's a huge drive for retirees, but also year over year, it's continually being ranked as one of the best places to live in the United States in general. So a lot of people are going to this area for a lot of reasons, right? I mean, you have the outdoors, you have the craft beers, which is awesome. You have all the cultural events and everything like that, but you don't have that, price point as say Boulder is. Now, don't get me wrong. When you're moving to Colorado, and a lot of people who are moving to Colorado, whether you're retiring in Colorado or you're just moving here just to move here, there's a lot of sticker shock depending on where you're moving from. So if you're planning on saving money by moving to Colorado, obviously it's going to depend on where you're moving from. Colorado does tend to be a little bit more expensive for housing prices, okay? But overall, property taxes are going to be on the lower end of the national average. So You're going to spend more for your house, obviously, but maybe less in taxes. So it might balance out a little bit, maybe. I don't know. It depends on where you're coming from. So just kind of keep that in mind. But say Fort Collins, Loveland is a really great one. Loveland is really huge into their art, their festivals, their hiking. That's right outside of Estes Park. So you have, Rocky Mountain National Park, all of that right there. So there's a lot of retirees in Loveland too, which is in northern Colorado. Loveland's going to be less expensive than even Fort Collins. So, just kind of do your research. But again, if you want to be in those communities that maybe golf communities, or, just have all of the clubs and stuff, those are going to be probably more circular in the Fort Collins, definitely Denver metro area for sure, and then definitely down in Colorado Springs. Now, another reason that a lot of people are moving to Colorado for retirement purposes is that we have great healthcare out here too. So when you're moving out here, you could all be rest assured that you're going to be surrounded by many, many hospitals, many healthcare facilities. I mean, everywhere. And, we're really just known for that type of profession out in Colorado. So there's a lot of people who are moving out here for just to be in that profession, but also retiring people who want to be part of the, just be surrounded by the healthcare system. And a lot of people are moving out here for that reason. So if you are moving out here and you're thinking about, different places to move, different places to live, do keep in mind that most likely you will need a car or modes of transportation. I will say our public transportation is very lack out here. I mean, we just don't have what some of the other cities or states are going to have. So, and again, it's going to depend on where you live too. But most likely just note that if you're planning on retiring, you're either going to have a car or have somebody be able to drive you around. I would not, rely on public transportation just because it's not going to really get you that far. Maybe Uber or something like that. But honestly, you're going to need a car. I would highly recommend just knowing that. So I think overall, the reason why people are choosing to retire here is honestly our environment. We love the outdoors, but we're really chill people. Like, we really just like to be outside. We like to enjoy nature. We like to go on walks and go skiing and biking and all that good stuff. So all those people who are from other states who maybe haven't been able to do all those kind of things in their current state, that is why people are moving here. And it always finds me, like when people are contacting me because they want to retire out here, I'm always so fascinated because I just assume people want to go somewhere warm. And yet when people are moving out here, it's for all of these amazing reasons that I do all the time. So I guess I do take them for granted, but this is why the reasons why people are choosing to retire here. And please let me know if I could help you in any way, because I really, really love helping all of you guys find your next home, your next stage of life, and in the perfect place or area that might fit that, new lifestyle that you're trying to make. So again, my name is Christy Lee. I am a local real estate agent in the state of Colorado. Remember to click that subscribe button right there. That way you are notified every time I have a new video. And then to the next video.